One of the things everyone in the Generation Zero community can agree on is that the sandbox combat in Generation Zero is some of the best in the video game industry. Whether or not it is the look and design of the guns to the general sound of them, the excellent tactics you can utilize to take down machines, or the satisfactory feeling of taking down a two-story mammoth machine. All of these factors are incredibly satisfying and some of the funnest factors of Generation Zero. But what if I told you there's more? Here in Generation Zero, there is a massive amount of untapped potential lying in the utility items and traps that you can utilize in the game. Outside of the gun combat, I think that Generation Zero has a ton of potential when it comes to the traps that you can design and utilize in the game. You can utilize things from radios and lures to draw machines in, to explosive canisters to quickly deal with a weaker group of enemies, to EMPs to deal with the larger enemies, and even potentially set up traps that will be strong enough to take down those large enemies with a single bullet. The way you can look at traps in Generation Zero kind of goes as follows. Is your trap a lure-based trap, or not a lure-based trap? Is your trap an automatic trap, or a manual trap, or a location-based trap? And then lastly, is your trap an explosive trap, or an EMP-based trap? I'll have a couple examples, and then after that, we'll talk about my plans for this trap series. So first off, for the location-based traps, essentially you can set up a location-based trap around a car, the electrical outlets for houses, or utilizing the explosive canisters that you can find in the world. And here is an example of a manual trap, and essentially this is the same design that I came up with back in April, and it still works to this day. And here's a simple automatic trap. And here's a more complex automatic EMP-based trap. And here is an example of a manual EMP trap that you can use. So, starting November the 15th to December the 15th, I'm going to be having a small event going on my channel here called 30 Days of Traps with Tenebris. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a trap for you guys every single day, finally bringing some sort of daily content to my channel for you guys. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to keep every trap individual, and I'm going to try to have multiple examples of those traps in action. so that way you guys can see the use and the utility of these individual traps. It's been a huge, long-time goal of mine to bring this trap series to my channel. The first trap I ever came up with in Generation Zero was April the 5th of 2019, and honestly, back then, I saw the potential for traps in this game. I saw how they could be utilized and used against the enemies and stuff. And if any of you guys want to check out the first trap I ever came up with, there will be a link for it down in the description below. So again, I'm going to be starting this series November the 15th and ending it on December the 15th, bringing you guys a trap a day for 30 days. Hopefully you guys are really excited for this content to start coming to my channel, and definitely keep your eyes out for the first video starting next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your continued support as I cover Generation Zero. And while I do this daily content, I am still going to be covering all of the news and information that you'll usually expect from me in terms of the updates that are coming and the bug fixes and reviewing patch notes and all of that normal stuff. On the other hand too, this will create an opportunity for me to do some fun live streams doing some trap material farming sessions. So for any of you dudes out there that enjoy my live streams, you'll be able to catch a couple extra ones now with me needing a lot more resources than I would in my usual casual play. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are as stoked for this series as I am to start it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.